Welcome. I am Rob the Connoisseur, and today we're going to be talking about 5 jazz fusion records to get you started on your jazz journey. So, if you're a beginner and you're looking for albums or to find your way into jazz, and you may not want to start with straight ahead jazz, these are going to be 5 fusion albums to kind of get you started down the path of something that's just not straight ahead jazz, something to ease you into it if you're looking to kind of start your vinyl journey off with a few records. So, number one, I'm going to start right out with Herbie Hancock and Thrust. This is released 1974. This is the follow-up album to the Headhunters album, which was a huge smash hit for Herbie Hancock. Coming off of that, he released this album in 1974. Personnel on here is Herbie Hancock on pretty much every synthesizer and the Fender Rhodes. You got Benny Maupin on soprano and tenor saxophone. You got Paul Jackson on the bass, and you got Bill Summers on percussion. This is a phenomenal album to get you started on your journey. 4 tracks on here: Spanker Lee, Butterfly, Actual Proof, Pound Grease. Actual Proof is probably my favorite track on here, along with Butterfly. But just 2 tracks to each side. This is a phenomenal album to start out with on your journey. Album number 2 is going to be Donald Byrd, Stepping Into Tomorrow. Produced by the Mizell Brothers. This is a Blue Note record. Coming off of his run with the Mizell Brothers. This is part of that run where they did Blackbird, they did Street Lady, they did Stepping Into Tomorrow, they do Places and Spaces, which would be the final album. I recommend this one out of those 4 albums, primarily because it's a lot of R&B, jazz fusion. You get Stepping Into Tomorrow on side 1, Designer Nation, We're Together, Think Twice, tracks that you may have already heard and not have known. A lot of vocals on these tracks. Some of the vocals come in later on, 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the track. But it's a very R&B oriented type of jazz with a phenomenal groove. Produced by the Mizell Brothers, so Larry and his brother Fonz. This is a phenomenal album. Side 2 on here, you get Making It, Rock and Roll Again, You Are the World, and I Love You Girl. If you haven't heard this and you're starting your journey, definitely one to pick up. Number 3 is going to be Bobby Humphrey, Blacks and Blues. Another Blue Note album that's actually recorded around the same time that Stepping Into Tomorrow is recorded. It is produced by the same production team, the Mizell Brothers, Larry and his brother Fonz. And they employ pretty much the same type of arrangements, that R&B fusion that you get on Stepping Into Tomorrow. Same thing here, except Bobby Humphrey is a singer and a flutist. So you get her playing the flute. 3 tracks on side 1: Chicago Dam, Harlem River Drive, which is a standout track if you haven't heard it. Just a Love Child. Side 2, you get Blacks and Blues, which is my personal favorite track on the album. You get Jasper Countryman, you get Baby's Gone. Another stellar album to start you on your journey if you're looking to get jazz vinyl. And these are all pretty much reissues available for you to get the vinyl. So it's not going to be super hard for you to get it unless you're trying to track down an original OG version of it. And it's still out there in the wild. It just may be a little pricier. Number 4, Grover Washington Jr., Feels So Good. This is released on Kudu. So Kudu is a subsidiary label underneath Creed Taylor CTI. So Creed Taylor spun up Kudu to kind of do a little bit more jazz, fusion, R&B, funk that he felt like, I guess, he didn't want to release on CTI. So this is Feel So Good by Grover Washington Jr. There's 2 albums that come out around this time. There's Mr. Magic and then there's this one. Both of them are good albums. Standout album here. Side 1, you get Sea Lion, Moonstreams, Knucklehead, which is a phenomenal groove. Side 2, It Feels So Good, Hydra, big sample there if you're into hip hop. This is arranged by Bob James. Grover's playing amazing on here. Another record to pick up again if you're starting your journey out. And 5th album on here is going to be Kool and the Gang, released on D-Light Records. So a lot of people know Kool and the Gang later on as like a disco funk band, but they originally started out as a jazz funk band. So this album right here has kind of that R&B-ish, jazzy arrangements. It's all instrumental. Side 1, you get Kool and the Gang, Breeze and Soul, Chocolate Buttermilk, Sea of Tranquility. Sea of Tranquility is actually the original track that D'Angelo interpolated on the Voodoo album. Side 2, you get Give It Up, Since I Lost My Baby, Cool's back again, The Gang's back again, and Raw Hamburger. Phenomenal album. This is a phenomenal album. I would definitely recommend, if you're starting your journey, to pick up this one also. You can't go wrong with any of these 5 that I just named. As an honorable mention, if you're looking for some straight ahead jazz and you don't want fusion and you just kind of want to start to pick up some vinyl and get into some straight ahead jazz, I have 2 recommendations for you. The first is actually going to be Herbie Hancock's debut album on Blue Note, Taking Off, featuring Freddie Hubbard, Dexter Gordon, Butch Warren, and Billy Higgins. This is straight ahead jazz here. So they're doing the original Watermelon Man on here, and by the original I mean before it was remade into a funkier tune for Herbie Hancock's Headhunters album. It debuted on this album right here. So you get 6 tracks in total: Watermelon Man, 3 Bags Full, Empty Pockets, The Maze, Drifting, Alone and I. This is a really good album from Herbie Hancock as a debut album from him as just a young, I think he was like 19-year-old when he did this. So this is an awesome album if you're looking for straight ahead jazz. And then finally, the iconic Miles Davis Kinda Blue, probably the most popular jazz album ever. And it's just an overall great album. So it's Miles Davis, Bill Evans, tracks on here: So What, Freddie Freeloader, Blue and Green, All Blues, Flamenco Sketches. This is just Miles playing great jazz. I don't even really know how to describe it for you outside of that. You know, it's just a phenomenal album overall. Really kind of sets the tone, puts you in the mood, lets you get into it. There's some space in the arrangements. It's just a great album. So if you're looking for straight ahead jazz, those are the 2 options I would give you. Otherwise, the other 5 that I just gave you for jazz fusion would definitely be the way to go. I'll do part 2 of this soon with another 5 albums that can get you started in jazz fusion. But for right now, these should be a good go.